Thank you for being here on this very important day for Sun Prairie Youth Hockey. A couple of people I would like to introduce to start. From the city, Mayor John Murray, Council President Mary Polinsky, Alder Zach Weber, Dave Carlson, Andrea Gage, and Russ Cosmo. I believe I've got everybody up here. From the construction team, from Stevens Construction, Mark Radicki, Brian Colby, Roman. Well, that's gone. Come on closer. Okay.
Plugged in?
Yeah, plugged in.
Okay, so I got the whole Stevens team. No, I did not. Mark Radnicki, Brian Colby, Roman Simbersky, and Ken Fenney from Stevens. From Sun Prairie School District, Dr. Tim Culver.
Oh yeah.
From Wisconsin Amateur Hockey Association, Jerry Kennedy and Bill Spone. We have UW men's hockey assistant coach Matt Walsh. U.S. Olympian Jesse Vetter. State Representative Gary Hebel. And Supervisor Bill Clausius. And School Board President Tom Weber. Over 8 years ago, an idea was presented to city officials. That idea hatched from substantial growth in youth hockey, various user groups, massive interest in girls hockey. Yet we had no ability to handle the growth in our current facility. That idea involved an agreement to sell our existing facilities to the Prairie Athletic Club. That idea led to the forming of both capital campaign and building committees 8 years ago. That idea was for a two-sheet facility for Sun Prairie, and is what has brought us here today. It has been long said that hockey is the ultimate team sport. Not ironically, it took a team effort to make this dream a reality. I want to take a moment to acknowledge and thank those who are responsible for making this happen. To the City of Sun Prairie, past and present council, city staff, for their hard work, dedication, and vision on what this project will mean to this city. To the Prairie Athletic Club, patience with a capital P, and their willingness to help us raise funds and assist us with many partnerships along the way. Most importantly, their support and understanding that the displacement of our program would have brought an end to hockey in this community. To the Bank of Sun Prairie, for working with us solidly over the last 5 years as we cleared hurdles and hit roadblocks, as well as guidance through our fundraising efforts, preparation for construction, and loans to the facility. To the Sun Prairie School District, for their support of our programs and realization of what hockey means to our community, as well as their willingness to listen and assist us with parking and capital for this project. To our construction team, Stevens Construction, our construction manager, Joseph Lee Associates, our architect, for their guidance, support, patience, and teamwork over the last 4 years, culminating with the groundbreaking event today. Our membership and our customers, without your dedication to play hockey and figure skate in our facility for the past 37 years, we would have no need to build this facility. Thank you. To our SPIA leadership, dedication of our rink manager, Chuck Wilson, our Z team, our staff, our board of directors, past and present, none of this is possible without you. And to the ultimate teamwork story, family. For those that have lived on this project for any amount of years, it simply would have not gotten done without support at home. Missing events and activities, unfortunately, becomes commonplace to get a project of this magnitude complete. I would like to personally thank the spouses and family members of those who have given their time over the entire life of this project to make this happen. And since I have the floor, We are by no means complete. We have an existing rink to move, funds to raise, volunteering to do, a building to build, and a two-sheet facility to run successfully. We are proud of the progress and extremely grateful to our community and teammates involved in this project. I am thankful for the opportunity to meet and work with so many wonderful people during this event. No truer words were spoken when it was said, when a community builds an arena builds a community. Thank you.
I think Jeff and Dave know best how emotional I get with this project, so please bear with me if I get a little choked up. On behalf of Sun Prairie Youth Hockey, I would personally like to thank Dave Batterman and Jeff Thorntun for all their time, commitment, and energy that they put into this project. I truly believe that we would not be standing here today for this joyous, groundbreaking ceremony. They were definitely the right people to have in place at the right time and the right moment. Thank you, Jeff and Dave. Your work is so greatly appreciated by our membership, our user groups, and the community of Sun Prairie. Thank you.
It's gonna have to be another talker.
I am really lucky because as mayor, I get to show up at the groundbreakings and the ribbon cuttings and all the festivities, and it's really wonderful, but I really have to be the person to give credit to all the people like Jeff Thornton, Dave Batterman, all the hockey people, your membership that have really rallied to make this project a reality. I'm really a reflection of the will of the community to be able to bring a project like this forward. I said this a couple weeks ago. I said I don't want to give a big speech because quite honestly I'm really tired. Mostly because of the time that I spent with Zach Weber, Mary Polensky, Alice Hensen at the Bank of Sun Prairie, Jeff Thornton and Dave Batterman, and just trying to get all the pieces together. And it was really, we just had to push this thing across the finish line and get all the pieces together, but we got it done. And it really was because of the will of the organization and the need in our community. I said this and I mean this. This is the type of project that puts our community on the map. It's the type of community that distinguishes Sun Prairie as a first-class community in Wisconsin. And I think that that is really significant because we have sent a statement to everybody in Wisconsin. Sun Prairie cares about its children, we care about youth hockey, we care about investing in our community. And I'm really honored to be here. I can't say enough for everything that's been done. Thank you for letting me be part of this, and let's get this darn thing built.
I'm Dave Carlson, alderman on City Council. I think we all know who Bob Johnson was, Badger Bob Johnson. Not only was he a legendary coach for the University of Wisconsin, but he was an ambassador for hockey. Everywhere he went, he was promoting hockey. And ultimately, his promotion and love of hockey at the UW led to a women's program being developed, top-notch facilities for the men and women to skate in. And I have no doubt that Badger Bob Johnson probably inspired many of the people who are here today who helped make this project a reality. You know, it's just incredible how the community has come together here. His famous saying was, "It's a great day for hockey," and I have no doubt if Badger Bob was here, he'd agree. Not only is it a great day for hockey, but for figure skating and the other users that will use this brand new facility. So I would just like to say thank you to everybody who had whatever part it was in doing this project. Let's drop the puck and break some ground.
With that lead in, we're going to go right to the assistant UW men's hockey coach at Walsh.
morning. He's up in his cabin. He's re-energizing his batteries so, before we get going here in the summer. But I'd just like to say this is, you know, as the gentleman before me said, Badger Bob, a great day for hockey. You know, you're gonna, from the old rink, you're gonna have a lot of memories. I've been involved and been in the Sun Prairie Ice Arena many times. And I can't tell you what the scores of any games were that either I played there and or I coached at. But what I can tell you is how the stairs are up to the coach's room walking with your skates on. I can tell you, when I first started with USA Hockey, the coaching clinic's in the little room upstairs. You know, I can tell you coming out and helping Brian Wilson and working with him when he called me to come out and ask him, that was a long time ago. And I remember when I first started in coaching, Mike Dibble Hockey School, putting the ice in with Dibble 2 days before the school started, and there's ammonia leak. So I can tell you all those stories. That's what I remember Sun Prairie Ice Arena. I'm sure you have all your memories there. The good thing about this, you're going to build new memories. You're going to take that with your children and generations and take it in the future. So I guess here's the new memories.
I'm Mark Renicki with Stevens Construction, and I just wanted to come out. A lot of what I was going to say has already been said, but I just want to say as a longtime resident of Sun Prairie, we're so proud to be part of this project. It's so exciting when you have a project that really took the whole community to come together to get built, from the participation of the school district and the city and the folks at the PAC and the Bank of Sun Prairie. And Jolie Architecture is also from Sun Prairie. It's just been a great community effort, and just all of the tireless efforts from the Sun Prairie Youth Hockey Association and Jen and everybody who's been involved there. But I just wanted to recognize one more time Dave Batterman and Jeff Thorntun, because we've been involved for 3.5 years, and we're the newbies on the block as far as this project goes. The amount of hours and blood, sweat, and tears and passion that those two gentlemen have showed to make this happen, I guarantee you we would not be here today if it wasn't for Dave and Jeff. So I just want to give one more round of applause.
I'm not sure that I could talk loud enough for anybody to hear me, but I'll try. First of all, thank you to all of you who had any part of this. This was a long project to put together to this point in time. But it's not over. So it's going to need a lot of your help, a lot of your involvement. So please remember that there's a lot of work to do going forward. The other thing, I think we need to stop and reflect for just a few minutes, or just a few seconds, because about 37 years ago, there was a group of people in Sun Prairie that got together and decided we needed a hockey arena. And they built that. And think what that's done for our city for 37 years. And this is the beginning to go forward for many, many, many more years, and to be able to provide something for our community that is enormously wonderful. So thank you to all of you out there that are part of this, and a special thank you to all of you that have worked so hard. I cannot tell you how many countless hours of meetings that we've been through to get to this point, but it was all well thought out, and I'm excited to see it progressing today.
I'm Jenny Simon with Prairie Athletic Club, and what I want to say to you guys is that we never wanted to move forward with our project until you had a place to go. And it's been one foot forward, one foot back for us, promising this and backing off for 8 years. And our members are so excited that we're able to expand our building. But to be honest with you, we would have only done that if you guys would have had a place to go. We would have never kicked you out of town. We would never have done that, even though we might have threatened a little bit here and there. It was only to try to keep things moving. So, and I will piggyback on what they were saying. I've sat in countless meetings as well. And what amazes me at the end of the day, when a lot of us are sitting there, some of us are getting a luck, and you know, I don't think there's one issue that hasn't been addressed. I hope you guys are all going to understand, but Prairie has a timeline to move forward. You guys need to be in by the end of the year. We need to be in by the end of the year because first quarter is busy for us, and you can only construct a road and parking in the fall. You can't do it in the dead of winter, so you guys are going to have some travel time this fall, and I hope everybody just kind of puts that aside and says thank you that this all came about, and we're willing to do that for a couple months so that everybody can move forward and get what they were hoping to have. This was an amazing thing to pull off, and it was the 11th hour 2 months ago. I don't know what. Anyways, congrats. We're so excited.
All right, do me a favor. Raise your hand if you honestly believe this day was going to come.
Kind of.
Now you say it, right? My dad told me one time that any great speech has a quote in it, so you get a double good speech today because I got 2 quotes for you. Okay? With a lot of hockey people, I wanted to start with a Herb Brooks quote, and it's from the movie Miracle. Okay? Remember the scene, right? Coach is up front talking to his team. They're going on to face the Russians. Everyone's all tense and all excited. And he says to them when he starts with, great moments start with great opportunities, right? Well, that's what we have, right? And that's what we've earned here is a great opportunity. And I'm really, really excited about it. But what I want to say is as we celebrate this groundbreaking, it's a rare chance for us to put a stake in the ground and for an entire generation to say we have the finest hockey facility in the state, bar none. Okay? Dozens of people, hundreds of people. Dave and Jen and Alice, everyone thanked everyone that's been a part of this, primarily. But there are hundreds of people that will go unnamed today, just because there's too many people. But understand, we appreciate the time you've given, the energy you've given, the passion you've given to this project. We would not be here without your work today. I promise you that. Okay? Now, I want to have one more quote here from Herb, and it's a less known quote. So if you remember right, the U.S. beats the Russians, right? Everyone thinks they got the gold medal, right? It's not true. They've got to go out and play another game, okay? They've got to go out and beat Finland 2 games later. And he's sitting in the locker room, and his lesser known quote, and one that I think really kind of fits our project today is this. He looks at him and he stares at him and says, if you screw this up, if you screw up this opportunity, you will take it to your grave. You will take it to your grave. And I swear to God, that sentiment scares the heck out of us because we're not done yet. Okay, we've got a long way to go. We've got money to raise. We've got a building to build, right? Membership, I challenge you. If you haven't been involved, join a committee. Help raise some funds. Help us put the building together. We need your help. Businesses in Sun Prairie, for 37 years we've been here, bringing people into our community. They eat here, they sleep here, they drink here, they gas up their cars here. Invest with us. We're going to build a beautiful 2-sheet ice arena, tournament class. People from around the state, around the Midwest, and around the country are going to come visit Sun Prairie because of this ice arena. So invest with us moving forward. You know, in the last couple of weeks, we've often been asked by the media and other people to describe this project. Okay? I've heard it described as the Phoenix Project, rising from the ashes, right? Well, we were burned, we were singed, we were scorched, we were never quite dead, right? So I don't think the ashes are all that appropriate. We're going to strike that one out, right? I was told this is miracle ice. I don't believe that for a minute because hundreds of people put together thousands of hours of volunteer times. And effort is never a miracle. Effort is what gets things done, okay? Dave and I talked about this a lot. This has been the roller coaster project, right? We go up, we go down, we go left, we go right, we go way up in the air, we come hurtling back down. But that's just not quite right. Because while you're on a roller coaster, you have no control. And while we had very little control of this project, there were times we were able to steer a little bit, right? And the thing about a roller coaster is you always end up where you start. That's not what we're doing here. We're moving forward, right? So this project, and it hit me this morning, I was laying in bed, this is like whitewater rafting, okay? You kind of, you know, you're scared, you look at the river and you're like, yeah, I can do that, and you're thinking, there's no way we're gonna do that, right? And with whitewater rafting, there's at least some illusion of control. You've got a paddle, and yeah, you can beat the river, right? Not a big deal. We can get this thing done. So we got in, we strapped ourselves down, and off we went. And we had one hell of a ride, pardon my language. There were stretches of this project where the river was calm, and we got a lot done. And it was nice, smooth sailing. We were all happy. And there were some stretches of wild water where we hit rocks. We were spun in circles. We were tossed about like rag dolls. We laughed, we cried, we screamed, we cursed. We marveled at the sights. We tried not to throw up along the way. Okay? And after each drop, after each time we took this kick, we kept looking around to make sure everyone was still with us. We didn't lose anybody along the way. And they stuck with us. This group of people behind me, they stuck with us every step of the way. Okay? But like a river, we kept inching forward. We kept getting closer to our goal. Someone asked me last week after the city passed the resolution and the bank agreed whether I was excited we were done. We're not done. We're not anywhere close to being done, right? The way I look at it is we've come to a nice spot in the river where we can get rid of this little raft that we were riding in. And we can get a great big raft, a community-sized raft, where everyone can jump on the bandwagon raft and go smoothing down the river. I can tell you one thing, it's probably not going to be a smooth ride. It's not going to be sunny along the way, but I guarantee you the destination is worth the journey. And with that, let's build an ice arena. What do you think?
Yeah, Mom, because you haven't seen us. Can they wish me? I can get a picture. Or the arm like that, and then arm like that.